However, I am informed that this so-called football involves remarkably little use of the foot. From what my hand tells me, the combatants carry a ball mostly exclusively by hand and pause every 14 seconds for meeting by committee and dress as though preparing for cannon fire. In my empire, if one called a game football, the expectation was that the foot would enter the discussion at some point.
The Blues are undefeated through 7 games, but they're about to face their biggest test of the Sunshine Superwash season. 2 games in 2 days, first taking on the McLean and Dickey Thunderbolts at 7 p.m.
And the Synergy Healthcare Augies look to pull away from the pack and cement playoff positioning when they face the CMF Silver Bombers.
And on Sunshine Superwash Prime Time, fresh off a huge victory last week, the Wagner Lawn Care Trojans take on the Santa's Nook Huskers. Welcome to KlubHouse Game Day. There's a line of motorcycles going by the West Orillia Sports Complex, so that's fantastic. Thanks, fellas. I'm Tyler Evans. With me today is Braeden Price. And we begin our show with a segment called Caked Up or Sweet Truth. So I'm going to give you, Braeden, some Sports Club football stats. You're going to tell me if they're made up or if they're legit.
Okay, caked up is made up.
That's right.
Got it.
All right. If the Blues win out, they will become the first team in Sports Club football history to finish a regular season undefeated.
I mean, it's been going for so long. They can't be the best team, Kai, in history. And I mean, maybe it's just a competition thing. I don't know, but I'm gonna say that that's caked up.
So it is caked up. In season 17, the Augies, led by yours truly,
Of course,
went 11-0. And from season 16 to 18, the Augies won 13 straight games, regular and postseason combined. So if the Blues win out, if they win the Powerball, they will have gone 14-0, and at that point, they will have the longest winning streak in sports
crown them?
football. Yeah.
And crown their ass, I guess. Wow, that's crazy.
So they could potentially finish this season if they go the distance. As they could go down as the best team in Sports Club football history.
Well, good luck, boys.
So the next one, Kirk Duffy is a 2-time Powerball champion, but he has never actually played in the Powerball itself, the game.
Wow. Well, I know that I've been involved in Sports Club longer than Kirk, and I know that I've never seen him at a Powerball. So I'm going to say that is the sweet truth.
It is the sweet truth. Kirk has been on the Augies, the roster for 2 Powerball seasons, but on Powerball game day, he said, you know what, fellas? Good luck. Not going to be there. All right, the next one. Vince Patinez is 10-0 during in-season bowl game tournaments.
10-0. So Vince was a Blue last year, and then I think his rookie season he was a Trojan.
That's
if I'm
right.
Not...
Last spring he was a Trojan.
Okay, so that might be the sweet truth then, I think.
Almost.
Oh.
It is caked up. He is 9-1. His only in-season bowl game loss was to us, the Augies.
Oh.
We beat them in the Pumpkin Bowl, 42-35. We beat the Blues last season in the fall.
Fair enough.
Lucas DiMattia ranks 6th all-time in rushing yards, despite primarily being a quarterback.
I think he might even be higher than 6 all-time. I haven't gone on the site to check the stats, but unless you're trying to trick me here, like I can believe it for sure because, I mean, he's a rushing quarterback. Like he is always on the move. So I'm gonna take that's sweet truth.
It is the sweet truth, yes. He ranks 6th all-time in rushing yards, 8th in touchdowns. He actually needs 2 more rushing touchdowns for 100, but it won't happen this weekend. He is out with an MCL sprain. He's currently week to week.
That's not good.
There's a few absences today and tomorrow because it's a long weekend, some injuries mixed in there. So playing for the Silver Bombers today will be Joe Pickett. He makes his return.
Whoa.
One of the most talented
one of the
players
best to
we've
ever do
seen.
it.
Yeah.
Holy, what an addition.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Alrighty.
So let's go to talking heads now. So you're the media. I am going to be Rachel Holmes.
Okay. Rachel, there's reportedly a players-only meeting after last week's loss to the Augies. Reports say that some players were upset with their target share, and you have the third most targets on the team with 21. Which would you probably rank you second, actually? Rank you second on the Huskers, and third on the Blues, and second on the Augies, and third on the Bombers. So are you worried about these complainers? Could they eat into your elite usage?
Honestly, as you can see here, I'm licking my lips. I'm not really worried about who gets the ball. There's only one thing on my mind this weekend, and that's getting that cake. I want that cake at the end of this weekend. I don't care if it's me getting the ball. I don't care who's getting the ball. As long as we do what needs to be done to get the cake. The only thing on my mind, the thing that just keeps making me lick my lips, is that cake.
Oh, yeah. Sponsored by Mariposa Market. Shout out Mariposa Market.
This is the Mariposa Market Birthday Bowl. I should have mentioned that. Good call.
Yes. Awesome. All right, Rachel, you ranked 5th in receiving touchdowns. How are you feeling about your chances of winning the Rookie of the Year this season?
I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to catch Ethan Phillips. He has had a historic Sports Club football season. But looking ahead to the Sports Club banquet in the wintertime, I'm thinking that I might...
Rachel, calm down. Calm down.
I'm thinking I could be in line for maybe Sports Club Female Athlete of the Year.
Oh. I didn't even know you knew about that, Rachel. That's pretty good. All righty. Well, that concludes the interview with Rachel. Let's see who I am today.
Okay.
Who am I?
You are the Queen Victoria.
Oh. The Queen Victoria. All right.
The Queen.
The
Victoria.
Queen Victoria.
Yeah.
All righty. Well,
all right.
I'm going to try and hold this up here. I don't know. Let's see if I can get her to stay in position. All right.
You ready, Your Majesty?
2 hands.
Is that what? It's Your Majesty, right? Is that the right way to address you?
That is correct.
Okay, perfect. So, Your Majesty, Queen Victoria, how do you feel about Sports Club paying tribute to you and your birthday with this annual Birthday Bowl weekend?
Well, an athletic contest for my birthday is, of course, a tremendous honor. I should be delighted to see spirited competition in proud colors and people publicly, loudly overreacting to outcomes of minimal geopolitical significance, if I must say. However, I am informed that this so-called football involves remarkably little use of the foot. From what my hand tells me, the combatants carry a ball mostly exclusively by hand and pause every 14 seconds for meeting by committee and dress as though preparing for cannon fire. In my empire, if one called a game football, the expectation was that the foot would enter the discussion at some point. And now I hear that there exists a flag version of this in which players do not even kick the ball or tackle one another properly. You remove flags from belts and insist on calling it football. At this rate, I expect cricket shall soon be called aquatics and be played with sled dogs. Still, if my name must be attached to a spectacle involving daring feats of athleticism and excessive pageantry and citizens consuming roasted meat in parking lots, then I suppose there are worse legacies for Queen.
Okay, that was a very well thought out answer. Thank you so much, Your Majesty. Just one more quick question before you go, if you don't mind. Your date of birth is May 24th, yet Victoria Day this year is May 18th. Shouldn't Victoria Day always be May 24th, which would mean next Sunday, May 24th, is Victoria Day? What up with that?
Ooh-wee, what is up with that? So, if I understand this correctly, my birthday is not celebrated on my actual birthday, but instead on whichever Monday best accommodates fireworks and gardening and opening cottages. Remarkable. For decades, I believe the Crown governed with precision and dignity, yet Canadians have apparently decided that my birth shall occur whenever it is most inconvenient for extending a weekend, and now I'm told that citizens spend this occasion purchasing mulch and sitting in traffic on the northbound and insisting that 14 degrees Celsius is suitable weather for swimming. And still I confess that there is something admirable about it. A nation looked upon the rigid concept of dates and declared, "No, Your Majesty, respectfully, we'd rather barbecue on a Monday." And frankly, that is the sort of quiet rebellion that I can appreciate.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty, Queen Victoria. We really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming to the clubhouse. That was our segment, Talking Heads.
Not a problem.
All right, now we move to our next segment, Cheers, where we shout out some birthdays, anniversaries, things of such nature. So Paige Favel, is it Favel? Favel, what do you think?
Farve? Probably Favel.
Favel. Yeah, okay. Of the Rockies.
The Queen would say it, Favel.
Celebrating her birthday on May 14th.
Then we got Austin Dick of the Rockies and the Leprechauns, and May 18th on the holiday.
Alrighty, and May 19th, Tucker McSwain of the Rockies.
May 23rd, Matt Bolduc. I think I said that in the perfect Czech accent for him, on the Trojans, and that's on May 23rd.
And then tomorrow, May 17th, Braeden Price. Happy birthday.
Yours truly. Thank you.
All right, well, the standings show the Blues at the top, the Augies are surging, and everyone close behind. These 2-game weekends, they can flip the script in an instant. Buckle up.
Have a great long weekend, everybody. Go get 'em.